Hello Clarion,
Hello Sachin.
how are you today?
Very well.
So, on a lighter note, why did you join the team Experiments with Sugar?
So the story starts with my mum. So she has always taken care of herself, physically and mentally, trying to be fit and trying to uh, always controlling her or maintaining her emotions. So but still she ended up being a diabetic when she was 50 years old, and I keep thinking I keep thinking why it has happened to her when she took so much care of herself. And then I go back to my ancestral thoughts, and then even my grandfather, who actually takes care of himself very well, and who actually does yoga like for a couple of hours every day, but he still ended up with diabetes, and then he expired when he was 72 years old. Now for a person who is so careful about his health, he still ended up being affected with diabetes. So I want to understand why this happens. Even if a person is taking care so well, why does it happen? It's not it's I feel it's unfair. A person who is like enjoying life lavishly, eating, having sweets and all, and then a person who takes care of himself or herself, both of them are on the same platform now. So I want to explore that part, and if possible, try to reverse the condition of diabetes in any situation for anyone.
So, how do you plan to contribute to this project?
My contribution towards the project would be more on the thought alignment of everyone, and trying to get all the thoughts onto a single platform, and spreading the word. And I would love it if I would get to know the chemical reaction that instigates the diabetes condition and the reversal of this diabetes condition. I would want to be the part of that, and I would like to contribute towards that in any manner possible, but more on a technological perspective.
So, since you have been, let's say, a kin of a person having diabetes, what do you think is their unmet need so far?
Unmet need for them, I think, is not able to understand why it has happened, why the condition has started.
No, but that's still the curiosity, but that still doesn't solve the issue for them, right?
It doesn't solve, yes.
Yeah, but let's say on a day-to-day basis, dealing with diabetes, do you think there is something could have been better in their life if that a thing was with them?
Maybe the initial food habits. I'm not saying that it's only sugar that affects diabetes, but it could be a spicy food which could affect diabetes, or a cholesterol prone food which could affect diabetes.
So, are you saying that their unmet need is
Awareness, proper
knowledge, information?
yes, to understand what is good for the body and what is bad for the body.
So let's say if we further drill down on their needs, let's say awareness on what? Food or exercise or adherence to the medicine or stress management. What is that? Where you think
food and exercise are my primary thoughts.
So let's say if we further go a bit deeper on that, when you say food and exercise, how would you want to make that information available to them? Let's say on a mobile phone, or
so the penetration in India, if we are talking about only India, the penetration of mobile in India is very, very high. I think 70% of India is covered with the mobile devices. So if at all we can come up with a technological awareness in their own language, it has a amalgamation of multiple languages, so in their vernacular capacity, then I think the reach to them is more prominent. And then if we can come up with a strategy which is interesting to a person, India believes in a lot of entertainment. So I think if we can have an entertainment perspective to the knowledge, I think that will
So what you're trying to say is that it should be more like infotainment,
Yes.
which is culturally sensitive.
Sensitive, very sensitive. Yes.
Okay, I think that's good for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin.